I'm 101 year plus 4 months. I recall when I was in the Second World War, I was in Italy. And after the war was over, I had 2 years to stay there because we weren't moving people back to the States at that time. And I remember I had some friends who were opera people. And I went to my first opera in Geneva of Italy. And I was captivated. And from that point on, I enjoyed opera like you wouldn't believe. As a matter of fact, when I got back to Howard University, I put on an opera and I performed for the university at that time. But that was something that very few people know about. I don't think even my daughter knew about it at that time. But I was an opera. I forgot the name of the character at that time, but it was the Traviata. But it was great. That was what I did. My father was a civil engineer. And when I became 5 years old, my father said, "Son, you're going to be an architect." And like good children always do, they said, "Yes, Father," which is what I said. Not knowing what an architect was, I did. But that was what he said. And from that point on, that's all I ever wanted to do was become an architect. But there was no history for a black man in Ohio to become an architect. But designing buildings was what I thought was really very exciting. So I decided that I would become, or I would start studying how to become an architect. And so during that era, I was very excited, just young, not many people. As a matter of fact, I was the first African American in the state of Ohio to become a registered architect. And there haven't been, since that time, have not been many more. I was at less than 50. And I'm 100 years old now, so that was a long time. A lot of black people, colored people, what do you want to call us, that were subjected to prejudice, discrimination, and all sorts of humility. But we survived. Architect? Who ever heard of a black architect? That was generally what most of the black people said in the community in which I live. Who ever heard of a black architect? But I said, now you've heard of one. And when I won a competition in the state of Ohio, I won third prize and honorable mention. State of Ohio, whole state. I was the only black person in the whole thing. Won third prize and an honorable mention. I said, now you've heard of a black architect. The best advice anybody ever gave me, pick yourself up and keep going. Because you're knocked down, that does not mean it's over. But I think the other thing I want to do is to become a competitor in that learn. Wherever you go, I went to Howard, to college, to a university, then I got a master's degree, then I got an advanced degree from the École des Beaux-Arts in Paris, France. Be the best. Be the very best. And when you're the very best, be better. You know, I really would like to thank the 100 Black Men of Cleveland for this award. First of all, it's exciting to receive any kind of an award, but to receive one from 100 Black men is really meaningful, significant, and I'm grateful. Thank you.